information on how many are actually showing up?
Just rough numbers that Shelley had given us. It's like 100.
I know they plan for 3 per community.
Yeah.
Roughly 50.
So they're all sitting on my desk. I don't know how I'm getting them to the kitchen rack yet, but
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
we'll each grab 10.
Okay, it's 10:32. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the delegates arrived at 11:45, so it's probably down to 12 o'clock.
All right. You should look at.
So how do I select the stream?
Oh, you wanted to.
Okay, we have a forum here, so I'll get started. Okay, our next agenda item is just the update on the communications strategy. So we have,
I tried to get a hold of Victoria, but it.
I worked some magic. Okay, Victoria, can you have a seat up at the front here, please? Welcome. I know, just for everyone's information, Victoria actually is working under Nicole Wheat, under that comprehensive community plan. So when we met a couple of weeks ago with her, Shelley, Nicole, Judy, and I was asked of her if she would be able to also take on part of this responsibility, which would be added to her regular duties since there's no budget for it per se. But with time available and her expertise and her communications background, that she's going to assist and lead this process so we can formalize this in the upcoming new fiscal year. So with that, Victoria, I'll hand it off to you just to provide an update into what we had talked about previously.
The OCN Communications Plan. I'll start with the OCN website. Looks like we were mandated to do a new website that's more inclusive and encompasses all OCN entities and departments, as well as incorporates community input and so we were requested to get 3 quotes for website development from Graham Constant, a local OCN member, Mike Bettens, who owns a production company in Winnipeg, as well as Wayne Bird, who does Devanon. Graham Constant backed out of submitting a quote simply because he doesn't have the resources. So we're sitting with 2 quotes on the table right now from Mike and Wayne. They're both relatively comparable, between 85 and 10,000 to do a 25-page website for us. And that will enable us to put all our entities and departments in there, as well as link to the existing sites that are already operational in OCN. So right now where that is sitting, we're just looking to finalize which quote we're going to go with. And on Nicole's side, looking at the financial aspect of it, and how we get basically the budget to get this off the ground.
Just a question on those 2 quotes.
Yeah.
So what is the difference in the 2? Which prices are it?
They're, like I said, they're both comparable. Bettens is quoting between 85 and 10. Wayne Bird is more specific at 91. They both will train somebody to run and maintain the site on our behalf. However, Wayne Bird provides only up to 3 months after the fact with help, and then after that he charges an hourly fee. Whereas Bettens, if we needed more help in the future once the website is up and running, they're willing to help us maintain if we run into any problems. Again, now going back to Wayne Bird, even though he charges an hourly fee after 3 months, he will also provide the trainee or the trainees basically a manual, a handbook, hard copy of if you got any problems refer to this before you call me. Like that means doesn't have that in place now, so it would be a full call.
Just on that note, I came across that Wayne Bird probably about 4 months ago. He's dealing with the Treaty territory. He does a lot of more marketing and promotional type stuff on the internet. Mike Bettens actually worked with him in the 2002 North American Indigenous Games. He was our website developer. How did you guys get a hold of him or find him?
I just searched the web and
he did a website for somebody in OCN, right?
OHA.
OHA, John, how are you guys with that OHA website?
I can't tell you too much about. Okay, opposed.
Okay.
Well, we're not gonna go to-
It's,
go to check.
Connecticut Health Authority prescription drug abuse, website that we put up. Me and Nicole looked at it ourselves personally, we weren't, impressed with the message, I guess you could say. It was more showing kids sniffing on the webpage rather than promoting anti-prescription drug use. It's kind of like, the problem right there is, okay,
Just on that note, and this is where the thing of what you guys recommend for plan selection is going to be, we provide all that material, the graphics, et cetera.
yeah, so he works with us with the guideline in place.
And he'll provide the structure or framework of that website, he or she. So really, at the end of the day, if it's close, we'd like to get that going sooner rather than later. The directive we gave community headed to recall was that we wanted to get some support or contribution from each of the entities. And then whatever difference it was for the shortfall, we would provide the rest from the, unless you have a budget. Knowing that we had a surplus last year, roughly 40,000, that wasn't, not something that we didn't know until going into this new fiscal year, what our availability would be to get resources to that. So with that, Julie, I know that you got a little bit of pushback from your managers in regards to not having that resource. Some of them we understand just don't have it. Some possibly do. Is this something you can add to regarding the manager's feedback?
Not me, it was Nicole who worked on that. There are some who may be able to do a chargeback
Okay.
specific items. Others, I indicated their budgets were already set. So I don't know what Nicole had planned.
Yeah, I believe she was kind of stalled with that one too.
Okay, and this is where, as leadership, if you recall, or we have approved all the budgets to the various departments, rather than putting some towards advertising the paper or whatever, just to see what we can get back. So if we can do it at your next managers meeting, and of course, all of you sit on respective portfolios, to see what we can squeeze out of them to give something, and we'll show up the difference with the O&O budget. Because communications, as you saw from that survey, is a priority for the community. We're doing the best we can with what we've had available in the 2-Twin. The website is huge improvement compared to other First Nations of our size and scope, which is why we need to get ourselves, right at that standard, if you will. So in the next 2 weeks, Judy, if you can get that final number to us from the managers, and then from there we'll make a final decision on what budget we'll provide. Then Victoria can then proceed with the final selection of the website developer for us to do what we need to do. And then you've got other elements of your report. John, go
I have a
ahead.
question. So, overall, you're pleased with what you got, your bids that you got, there's not anybody else out there that can possibly do a better job? You're pleased with this person?
I'm pleased with both of them. They
Yep.
both have impressive portfolios that have worked with provincial web pages as well as First Nations web pages. So I think as far as sticking with First Nations businesses, they fit the scope and they have the quality of work that we're looking for.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're fit for that, because like what Ian was saying is, we are a bigger organization, we're big, and if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. I always say, let's do it right, let's not get second best or third best, let's do it properly, and let's get it up and out there. That was it.
Just on that note, I know with Mike Benton's, if you can find out if he's provided any other service to OPASCAC in any departments, this becomes part of a process for you, Victoria, is collaborating with all the other entities we don't have direct saying, like the OHAs, OEs of the world, see who they use. This is where we can start leveraging our economic muscle, if you will, to negotiate better deals for OPASCAC. And this goes back in hand with centralizing that procurement officer, because the procurement officer would have got a bid to get one person to say, well, we'll give you 3 or 4 websites. I know PPDC is also in the midst of seeking out a website developer.
And it sounds like they're going with that company in Toronto.
Okay, if you can find out even from them to see if that makes sense, but getting the best price, but ensuring we have the key points for OPASCAC creation without losing anything, without anyone being aware of our culture in our development. John?
That's also about our table here. We're still in those zones where people are operating on their own. we're not distributing that information that we were supposed to. And everybody doesn't, all the different organizations within OCN don't still put themselves right where we all are. Where we all are is right here, we're all operating for the same service for the Pasco Cremation.
I think that's where communication.
Exactly.
Communication brings that all in. And that would bring me up to my next document, would be an OCN. You had inquired whether, what services or what web pages were up on OCN, what Facebook pages were authorized and unauthorized, whether we had any Twitter, anything on OCN that operates under the OCN logo. So I did some research and came up with 44 organizations and entities. This is called the OCN Internet Presence, updated May 2018. And it's every department where they are on the internet, whether they're using Facebook, where they're posting to, whether they're using Twitter, anything like this. So this kind of holds our internet presence together in one sheet. From this, we can determine our website, who's already has a website, who we can pull in additionally for the main website, even coming up with not only a communication but a marketing strategy for our Facebook. The 4 main pages that are up right now, which would be Council of Pasco Creation. There would be the Vice Chiefs. One more second.
Yep.
The Comprehensive Community Plan is Council of Pasco Creation. And then the community runs their own, which is the Pasco Creation in IOCN. So I'm coming up with a marketing strategy to access all of these with all the departments would be the goal in that.
I've over the last, let's say over the last 4.5 years, it's been frustrated. It's just like last government to this government. It's just like we've been running out, our heads cut off. We don't know where we're going because we don't have that communication in place. But now you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see it now. So we know, we're going there now. We're going there. We'll go there. It's going to enlighten a lot of people. Same thing with social media. It's going to enlighten a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know what is actually going on here, what they need to know. And again, this is part of our communication strategy to let people know as much as they can. And that way, they have that information that's right, the right information, instead of being misinformed. Misinformation out there's lots of misinformation because people don't know what's going on here, because they don't sit around here and know what's going on here. And sometimes when we talk to them, they kind of take a position of left or right field. But now that we have this in place, it's going to open a lot of minds. That's what we're trying to do here.
Just on that note, John, you say the comment bold, and I want to ask Judy of this, and through your support is because the entities have resources out there, and you can see based on the research that Victoria's done, we've got all kinds of information flowing out there. It's scattered. It's a scattered in approach. So monies are being used and invested out there, but it's uncoordinated. What I want to ask the table here through my way of motion is just to give Jody a clear directive that we get at least 5,000 from the managers that you sit at. They have to come up with it. You're going to have to get it one way or the other. And then we'll show up the difference from the O&O office for that other 5,000 to get it to where it's going to be in order to give Victoria the resources she needs to move on this sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with that is the budget that being set in.
Well, that's what I mean, the budget being set, but they do have communications budgets. It's a matter of saying, instead of all these entities doing 10 different things, let's bring it under one coordinator approach to do it more effectively. Because looking at the list, how many did you say are in here? 44. So in a sense they're doing it, but it's uncoordinated. We need to coordinate it so that it's reflective of the leadership's business that's being done here, that we know we're giving those directives to the other entities. It's just that they're going 20 different directions.
I got a comment too in regards to budgets. I know when we do budgets, there's like a roadmap. This is what we follow. So in order to get that $5,000 from each entity,
Not each, it's 5,000 total.
Okay, so total minimum. Anyway, how do you get it off? You just gotta move the numbers around inside your budget
Yeah.
to accommodate that, so.
And that's what I'm referring to, and about that is they're doing it, but it's uncoordinated. We need to hone it in, make it focused going forward. So we'll still achieve the same result, but more effectively, as opposed to 20 different messages going out there. So this is a motion I'm putting on the table here, moved by Neshigawak, John Nascapo, sent by Neshigawak Roy Laughlin.
Yeah, but just a comment.
So we're gonna have a motion, and we'll come to that comment.
Okay.
Seconded by Neshigawak, Dale Knudsen, all in favor? Juan, you got your hand up, in favor? Okay, all in favor, unanimously, thank you, motion carried. Lori?
Just a comment that we do have a working budget in place, so we know exactly what numbers are being spent towards this. Okay.
Just one thing I want to add to that too, you know, moving forward in the future, in the next couple of months or maybe next year, if the role of communications officer is enacted, then just to point out that communications is a business. Every radio station you hear runs completely on advertising. Every paper you read completely runs on advertising. Even social media is a form of advertising. And communication is a business. I mean, we could potentially, as a communications department, become self-sufficient if we put everything in place properly and go forth with it and come up and show ourselves as a professional communications department, because news sells.
I just have, are you aware of Red Roots Productions?
No.
No, he's from Corcoran, and I believe he's an OCM member.
Oh, Pronto.
Yeah, Pronto. I forget his first name.
I'll tell you about Sean, he's talking
Sean
about.
Pronto, I think.
Yeah, Sean, that's it.
Yeah.
Video production.
Yeah, and he's now working with Shanine Robinson. So what I can do is I can send you his Facebook page, it's called Red Roots Productions.
I would appreciate that.
Does he do websites as well?
I'm not sure.
If that's something else to add to your list there. And don't forget, we do have band member Gabriel Thompson, but he's in school right now, whether he has back classes or if he work with the individuals going forward. But ultimately, at the end of the day, for the leadership here in the Patek is we need to get our communication in order now. You saw the survey. We knew that coming in with this new government, that's the number one priority, but we didn't have the resources. We've stabilized OCN. We're now becoming more focused on where we can better utilize our resources as we move forward. So that we meet the needs of the community. And part of that is they need to know what's going on at all times. So this becomes one step closer to being able to do that. So within 2 weeks or our next scheduled ONO meeting, Victoria and Julie, you guys will be able to have this finalized and ready for final approval for budget and the plan going forward. Okay, Julie, and that's a directive based on the motion, and that you'll need that message conveyed to your managers, Ron and Claire. That we need 5,000 from and we'll come up with 5,000 from the ONO budget as well. That was it. And as Victoria says, a lot of this news we can sell as well and get financial resources from corporations like the Hydro, Zepkesses of the world. They'll be more than willing to pay. And you can consider that as part of the offsetting of the costs on the website as well. The sell space in there to have them advertised. That was it. Julie's hand is getting sore, so we'll take a break. Okay, any other questions or comments, Victoria?
Just one more thing, you did mention with Arctic Radio that they had approached you one time regarding airtime on Thursday mornings.
Yeah.
I followed up with them. The slot is still open for ONO. There's no charge to it at 9:25. Thursday mornings, they will open 10 to 15 minutes of free airtime for ONO to go in and speak about issues coming up that week.
Victoria, as part of the communication plan, and what I'm going to request then is that we have a rotating list of all the Neshigawak and the Vice Nina and myself,
Okay.
depending on availability. So what we'll do is Victoria will screen you on when you can go in to do your radio show. So we're going to rotate everybody so you all have airtime to talk about your respective portfolios and just general happenings within the Opaska.
To our professionals over
Okay, so Victoria's trying to be the leadership accordingly, and we'll take it from there.
It's no fun when you hear one. It's fun when there's a partner and you get.
If you want to go with partners, then it's your call. So by all means, I know we got Edmund and Troy who have a great following. So yeah, it's your call. So if Victoria is friend, if they want to, if you guys want to go together, by all means, I'm an individual, that's your call.
Yeah. And another thing with the Arctic Radio is something on my own initiative that I went ahead to do, understanding that business requires budgets. I asked the advertising consultant to do up a quote for us to do a radio bingo, much like Rotary Radio Bingo back in the day. Just to look at the quote, see how much it would cost us to run a weekly bingo every Saturday at a time outside of NCI, and also capture the market in Thompson and capture the market in Flin Flon as a non-profit bingo. Stuff like this could offset anything in the community that requires additional funds that are probably not budgeted for. As well, if we do get the Thompson and the Flin Flon market, then we can help our not-for-profit groups over there to basically do the legwork for us for regional sales. So that's something that I'm working on, and hopefully we'll be able to present in this new quote as well.
I can recommend that you talk with John and his group. John, before you came in there, we did approve in principle the fundraising goal. What we'll need from you is that budget, and we said there's a floor of 30,000 for starting, and then a cap of whatever that number will be. That's the budget we'll need from you. And that once your major bingo is done, that we will portion of that just to get them started, and eventually that position will become self-revenue generating to cover its own cost. So with what you just mentioned, that collaborate with John.
Judy.
And Judy. Okay, any other questions for Victoria? Any other comments, Victoria?
I believe that's it for now.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We appreciate the updates. We'll see the final plan in the next schedule on home meeting. Okay, what's up? Okay, moving right along here. We have the Wachewa Squama. Okay, Victoria. So we have Victoria Mabel Bignell coming to present. Okay. And Onishigawak, Lori Lampton, and Cory Lampton are part of that committee, right? Just two years or one more?
So it's just the two of us.
Okay. Okay. So who's been the third? I thought it was the third. John Nascampo? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking you should do that for Poland, but one more. Yeah, because I think we overlap with other proposals. Yeah, so I can't.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll accept your resignation today, but at the same time, when that reorg comes, then we'll know how things look at that point in time to see where we put people. So just knowing that you're not available, but you can resign as of now.
Okay.
We need a motion to accept John's resignation, moved by Nashigawa Dale Vincent, seconded by Nashigawa Lampton. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. So we'll remove John from that portfolio.
It was too fast to like this. You guys just put up your.
From the elders assembly. Okay, we have 5 to 11 until 11:30 potentially to finish our business, which we should be able to do, and then we'll carry on to our meeting with the minister.
Yeah, I got it out there pretty quick too. I had some last ditch orders I made with my crew, so hopefully they're done or not.
Just on that note, John, just want to commend your group. I know they were working throughout the weekend for the beautification crew. They're doing an awesome job making those past guys look great. And I know that the request was to ensure that it was done extra effort in advance of the minister coming today. So it's reflective of how the community looks today. So
I'll let them know.
Absolutely. And keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Moving right along here. Mabel, we'll have room for one more elder here. Got 2 chairs. That's it. You can go to the front there, Mabel. Up to your elders here. We got 1 chair there. 2 here.
I'm gonna sit here.
Last time not good. Oh, Mabel, you might as well sit over here. Here. That's it. Oh, more elders. What's Anya doing here? Got elder training now. Elder training. There was this.
Oh, what do you got? You gotta run that.
Oh, I guess okay. One more chair here, elders. Wants to grab it. One more chair. Let me try.
We're good now.
Yeah, chair is available. Come on up. You have a chair. It's okay. It's okay. There you go.
There's a seat for you.
There's room there between Edwin and, yeah.
Oh,
Sure,
yes.
that's okay. See how humble we are?
Huh?
See how humble we are?
Absolutely, yeah, that's one of our teachings, right, so.
Yeah.
Entonces, que te ya, que vos seguís mama pia kutano sulta unigano anashtiga for today's date of Tuesday, May 15th. So the year next on the agenda, and it's known as the Elder Declaration in draft form. So I'm going to hand it over to the official spokesperson, Katea Mabel Bignell.
What am I doing?
Right there, the Declaration of a Hashtag Nation, Katea. Can we blow that up, Nancy?
How it came about and what the legislature happened.
Actually, Judy, can you read it off on behalf of the elders? Just before you do, a history, if we can, Mabel and the portfolio holder, Lori and Shorty, just how we've gotten to this point.
Okay, I can give a little bit of a background. Couple summers ago, a couple years ago, the elders started getting together because they were concerned with community issues and in helping our youth in the community, but in helping the membership overall. So they started having regular monthly meetings to start dealing with issues at OCN and to be able to help the Oneganeu and Inishketwa. And in those meetings, we they felt the need to develop an elders declaration. And so what we did was we organized a working group to work on this task and other tasks. And as a result, we've created the Elders Declaration, which it says there, Declaration of Opaskwarak Cree Nation Katea. And along with that, we also discussed our traditional ways, the 7 sacred teachings. And it was always mentioned by Elder William G. Lappin to discuss Pascal and Ochinee. So maybe Mabel can just add a little further to that.
Okay, yeah, a few years ago, we noticed that our elders weren't used to the full capacity the ship used to be using on our OCN meetings and all that. They weren't being used to the potential, right? So one summer we gathered together, Shorty was there and the other ones were there. We decided that there should be something done about our elders so that they can be active members in the community. As was done a long time ago, our elders were respected for their wisdom and for their decision making, and they were always asked to do certain duties in the community, and they were a source of resource helpers, I guess, really, to the community when there's trouble in the community. But at that time, our community wasn't there weren't many people in our community at that time, I guess, that they were able to communicate with everybody in the community. Because I remember the chief, our chiefs used to go around to the communities and see all that people at that time, asking us to see how everything is going and what needs to be done and all that. But we saw our elders being they went looked at as they were a long time ago. Our elders. Now we've seen a lot of our elders gone already, and you know that for a fact that our elders that have gone now had all their wisdom and all their teachings with them that we didn't catch on to. And we lost a lot of that culture and a lot of our language into that because of our lack of contacting our elders in regards to certain issues in our community. We didn't use them the regulation. They wouldn't look at us as important, I guess, as they were a long time ago. Because I remember elders going on the meetings with chief and council. There was always an elder there with them when they won't live in their business. I remember that. And that's what we wanted to see happening in the community. We wanted our elders to be included in everything that we do. We may not know everything, but we still have things to share and teach our younger people that are sitting on the chief and council level, right? Because I know for a fact too that not all of us know. What is there to know regarding our people, our treaties, our cultural gatherings, our ceremonies? We don't have those luxuries that we did a long time ago. So as a result of that, we decided to create an elders group in the community. And that declaration came up as a result of that. And I think that declaration has, do you remember getting that declaration, Maggie, when we were working on it? You don't remember? We had several meetings at my place coming up with different things that we need to put together in order to be recognized as elders in the community. And this is one of them. And we try to include the youth, we try to include our leaders, our band membership, and our elders in there. We try to include the whole community in there in different capacities there. And we were developed as, we didn't want to be developed as people that control things. We just wanted to be advisor and helpers to the community itself. Okay, that's why we're there for, so we can start working on different issues in the community. And we're there for the community when they need us. So we've been having meetings now. We're recognized as OCN elders, and anybody is welcome to come for anybody that is in our community. It's not just a group of us that are sitting there right now. Anybody in the community can come in and sit with us as an elder. So I don't know if that's
Yep, I'll ask Judy now if she can read the declaration itself.
Whereas OCN elders are witnessing social and economic chaos in their community caused by colonization through religion, the Indian Act, residential schools, and a traditional way of life disrupted. And whereas OCN elders are the knowledge keepers of our nation, and knowing that abandoning their knowledge could lead to Pastoan and Chinaman breaching natural laws and suffering from the consequences. And whereas our nation needs to restore Nanawewen, the Cree language, the sacred laws of truth, wisdom, honesty, respect, courage, humility, and love, and to work in compassion by working and living in harmony. And whereas the OCN elders believe that the teachings must be reviewed in our school systems and such services provided to our people, teachings such as roles in the community, in ceremonies, in land-based teachings taught in our Nanawewen, Wakotuan, our relations, and that we are all connected. And whereas an active involvement of the
There's a new one for you. Omaminas Tequila.
Omaminas Tequila is vital to a PASBAC in assisting our community's well-being. And whereas our elders were not used regularly to their full capacity of their knowledge, qualifications, life experiences, and knowledge of our traditional ways. And whereas OCN Omanig Omanis Jigiwak, are prepared to provide guidance and advice to all of Pasquac departments and entities, junior chief and council, as well as to all the youth and families of Pasquac Cree Nation. And whereas Omanis Jigiwak commit themselves to fulfilling their obligations as teachers, mentors, advisors by presenting and sharing our Mino Pimetiswin, good, sacred, spiritual, and biblical living, and Mamawai Wakotuin, we are all related to the best of our abilities. Therefore, be it resolved that the Pasquac Cree Nation Chief and Council acknowledge and recognize this declaration of the Pasquac Cree Nation Assembly of Elders and their roles as teachers, mentors, advisors, and in the shares of Mino Pimetiswin and Mamawai Wakotuin to the best of their ability.
Is there nothing else that's on the bottom there? Okay, just the signatories. So we have the declaration here. Nani Kanu, Mr. Megan, President Discot, and Katayakut, Pasquagout. So with that, I know that when this government came in, we acknowledged and recognized the role and the importance of the Katayak, the elders, which is why we have them sitting at our table and not on the outside. As well, we did dedicate a budget for yourself to start working and developing and being part of the inclusion of the Pasquac Cree Nation. Of course, that will continue to be improved upon as we progress going forward into the future. So with that, we do have the declaration of the Pasquac Cree Nation Katayak. Are there any questions from the Nishigawa? Hearing none, this is the opportunity now to make a motion to accept the declaration of Pasquac Cree Nation Katayak as presented. Moved by Vice Niganu Jennifer Platt, seconded by Nishigawa Lori Laughlin. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Sorry on that bill. I just acknowledged Nishigawa Lori Laughlin, she's leading that file. So with that, it's passed unanimously, and I just want to, on behalf of the Nishigawa, congratulate the Katayak for your hard work and dedication, and recognizing you to put you in that place of prominence where you rightfully should always have been, and that you are back where you should be as we move forward as the Pasquac Cree Nation, to ensure that your voice, your guidance, your wisdom, your experience is sought after by the leadership and by the community as we move forward. So on that note, I just want to provide you with a round of applause for your hard work and dedication. Thank you very much. I'll open it up for comments.
Yeah, if I can add as well, a little bit of bragging here. The AFN asked.
Wait, humility.
The Assembly of First Nations asked for a copy of the Elders Declaration as well as other First Nations, so wow.
That's great. I want to make a point here as well with the good work that the Katayak did. We actually got our first point of your success through the adoption of the traditional protocols of other First Nations coming to other territories, especially as it relates to treaty land entitlement. So your good work, they actually have adopted, and there'll be a ceremony in regards to that in the next month or two for the next scheduled meeting.
The annual general meeting.
Yeah, and what I would recommend to Lori on that file is that you identify some elders to bring to speak to that during that annual general meeting as well. And as we move forward from here, I know I did talk to Katia Mary Lewis in taking her to Ottawa in the winter meeting, as well as one male elder. So we're going to make that a standard as we move forward, that any and all AFN meetings and AMC meetings that we bring elders to those meetings, a male and a female at the very least. There goes it.
There goes it. That's what I like to do. Thank you.
Okay, so back to your suitcase. Okay, any other comments? Katia? Anybody? Mr. Gallick? Hearing none? I know you're humble and it's one of our teachings, but it's great work that you've done and committed, and I've seen you guys you're meeting downstairs and behind the finance room area at your homes. And of course, the chambers is always open to you as you move forward in the good work that you're doing. And West Sagitsa, and Skomatin.
We also have our terms of reference that needs to be finalized. That's for you guys.
Okay, as soon as you have that ready, bring it forward.
It was passed in principle, but it needs to be done properly.
Okay, so we'll wait for that presentation. What I'll ask Nancy to do is very similar to the Cree Declaration. We get a large posters made in Judy that we put that alongside that Cree Declaration in every office moving forward. That will be done effective immediately, framed and presented in a very similar fashion. That was it.
It was it. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. And with that, there will be a signatory page very similar to that you'll have prepared.
I have to dress it up still, that's why it's just in draft.
Okay, so we'll get that and we'll sign it off when the time comes and it'll be up in all the offices that will pass that as we move forward. That was it.
The last one was approved last year, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
2017? Okay, right here, Jeremy Sinclair was on there, so now we'll have the new signatures on.
John,
so,
that's- yeah, okay. And Omar's on there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Like I said, John Manuel, but Skatea, you're more than welcome to stay if you want. We've just got another 20 minutes before we finish our business for the day. I will recommend we have Cheryl from the Tooth one here, if you want to go interview with the elders as well, Cheryl, so that we can share the story with you for the public. How goes it?
When the animal declaration, the signatories there,
Yep, down at the bottom, Nancy.
should we include our co-chairs in there as well? As elders, or just you guys?
That's a good question. It's your declaration you presented to us. This is signed by the leadership of the day.
Okay.
So because you've already given the presentation for the blessing of it, if you will.
Okay.
On the protocol.
Yeah.
But we do want to acknowledge through the treatment and that all the elders that are participating, that the active players as well as elders in general from the community at large. Because as you say, it'll be open to anybody and everybody as they're available.
Yeah, that's willing to come in and share things
Ah.
with us, yeah.
No, there is, I must say.
That's a big thing.
Don't find my butts get there. Hey.
Yeah, yeah.